the secret power of your personal stories when you're talking to women? Well, it do has a power, it does, but you need to understand when to execute those stories. So the first one is to make the stories pretty short. You see, if you want to be able to build emotional connection that spark attraction, the whole thing has to be about her mostly. It's not going to be about you that much. Even though it have to be something about you, you're still going to put the spotlight on her. That is the absolute foundation if you want to optimize the way of attracting and dating women. There's no question about it. All the scientific data is pointing towards this 100%, all right? But that doesn't mean that there is a powerful force when it comes to your own personal stories. So many times when you go to tell your stories, they will be in forms of a relay, I would say. So for example, let's say that you're asking a woman like, what do you think about this city that you both are in? And she would say like, yeah, I think it's beautiful. I mean, I like it. And then she does say more. And then you're like, okay, but I acknowledge that she thinks it's beautiful and she like it. I just don't know the underlying reason why. Then you can say like, you know what? I think it's beautiful too. Because when I first came here to this city, I had nothing, but I had a lot of dreams. And my dream was to open this small business, whatever that can be. And that is actually what I did. I opened a small business, I did my market research, and now I'm, sort of grinding for success in something I'm passionate about. And that makes me really like this city because it gave me the opportunity to actually do something. I mean, just look at this street. A lot of people are walking by. It's a beautiful view. I just love being here, and doing that particular business right here is something that I'm just very happy about. And I'm still grinding. I'm not rich, but I'm doing what I do in order for this to work. And this is my passion, so it doesn't feel like work. So I really like being here as well. But I'm curious, when you say, I like it, you like the city, you think it's beautiful, and I like it. Help me to understand that better. And now you're quiet. Do you see what I did there? I incorporated my stories with sharing, meaning that I want to take this into real depth. And in order to do that, I'm going to share in the right moment something about me in the same context. So I wanted to know exactly what that beautiful woman think about living here in this city, all right? But I also knew that in order for me to be able to make the whole conversation conversational, I had to, do something. And a personal story that is pretty short and concise is a perfect way to get in, because you're already in the conversation. She said that she thinks it's beautiful and she liked it, even though it's pretty shallow answers. You had the chance to go in, tell a personal story, pretty short, like what I did now. That was just a made-up story, but I came in and tell her that, you know what, I like this city too, because when I came here and I told my personal story for 1.5 minutes, and then I roll over the ball to her, and then now I want to hear the clarification of beautiful and I like it. I want to know the underlying reason why. And she will be much more open to tell you why she thinks this city is beautiful and why she really like it when you shared your personal story first. You see, one of the big problem guys have when it comes to personal stories, though, is that they keep the stories way too long. All right. So even if you are a schooled listener and you'll be focusing about listening skills for month and month, maybe even years, she might not have. You see, other people don't study listening skills and they don't practice listening skills. So their attention span is pretty short. So keeping your personal stories up to 1 minute to 1.5, and you start practicing being able to tell your personal stories in a pretty short time. That is a monster skill for you to just deliver your personal stories within context, within incorporations with you asking questions, and then she answer pretty shallowly. You share something about yourself by telling them the personal story, short and concise, and then you ask a follow-up question in order to take things to depth. And she will be so open to tell you what she think about things because you opened up first, you shared first. So that is the true power of personal stories. that is basically to be able to tell them in a minute and a half at maximum. If you can do that, you have a superpower. You really do. It's one of the superpowers behaviors in conversations that is so needed for men that want to attract and date beautiful women that have a lot of male attention. So that is the secret power, so to speak, when it comes to personal stories. All right? And I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. If there is something in your mind, make sure to comment. I read all my comments and I reply to all my comments as well. So write a comment and I will reply to you if there's something that you're wondering about. And lastly, subscribe to this channel. It will help me a lot. I hope I see you in the next video.